Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Chess Orko. In this video I'm going to show you guys the World Championship game between Mikhail Chigorin and William Steinitz. This was from 1892. This was the rematch of the World Championship, and Mikhail Chigorin was sort of the first challenger of William Steinitz, and he was a very strong player, and we are going to show you guys why he was that strong. He was playing with the white pieces, and he opened the game with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5 the Italian, and the Ivan's gambit with b4. So bishop captures b4, and Ivan's gambit was Chigorin's favorite opening and he plays it all the time. c3, bishop a5 and short castle. So nowadays the main move is actually d4 and takes and then short castle and sacrifices yet another pawn, but at those times short castles was kind of the meta strategy. So short castles, d6, d4, bishop to g4, pinning the knight, bishop b5. Bishop b5 was not a very accurate move. Queen a4 was a better move, but okay, it's fine. The threat was obviously d5, so c captures, e captures d4, c captures d4, bishop d7, stopping d5 threats. Bishop to b2, developing a piece, and already I like white's position a lot. He has sacrificed a pawn, but for that he has got a lot of counterplay in the center and a lot of development as well, lead in development. So knight c7, I don't know, knight f6 would have been better, but Steinitz was afraid of some e5 stuffs. So bishop captures d7, queen captures d7, and knight to a3, preparing knight c4. Knight h6, the idea is to preemptively defend the f7 pawn and also stopping e5 with tempo. So if you bring the knight to f6, then e5 would come with the tempo. So that's the idea. Knight to c4, attacking the bishop, bishop b6, defending, a4, threatening a5, c6, saving the bishop from getting captured, and finally e5, and here d5. The idea is, if pawn captures, we are going to exchange the queens, but after takes and he kind of have to castle, and rook d7, and here white is the pawn down, but white is a lot of compensation for the pawn, and already he is winning back the pawn on b7, and his rooks are very active. The other rook is coming to the d1 square as well, rook f d1 in the next move, so it's quite a good position. So that's why Steinitz decided to play the move d5, closing the center, but this allows more play for white. Knight to d6 check. Now the king is forever stuck in the center. King f8, bishop to a3, getting the bishop in this long diagonal of the king, and king g8, preemptively moving the king from the dangerous diagonal. So rook to b1, putting some pressure. Already the threat is a5, bishop a5, and rook capture b7. So he plays knight h to f5, and here Mikhail Chigorin takes his knight and sacrifices the knight. Beautiful sacrifice on f7, and what a move that was. And now he has to take, otherwise you just lose the rook on the h8 square. So king captures, f7 is forced, and let's see what's the idea. e6 is the idea, and the point is you can't take with the queen because knight g5 check would fork the king and the queen. So king capture e6 is forced, and now the king is forever in the center and he is going to get checkmated or lose a huge amount of material. Knight to e5, attacking the queen, getting a tempo. Queen c8, rook to e1, getting this rook on this beautiful open file. King f6, trying to get out. Steinitz is trying to defend desperately, but it's very hard to defend this position. Queen h5, another wonderful move, threatening some queen f7 stuffs. So g6, stopping them. Bishop capture e7. Now knight capture e7 is not a possibility because queen h4 check, and it's all over, because you can't even go to the e file because there is knight g6, already g5, knight g4 check, and it's a matter of time now. You have to go king f7, queen captures g5, and you're gonna get thrashed along the e file, and the f6 square is also very weak. The king is super weak after g5 and queen h4 check, so you have to take with the king. But when you take with the king, knight g6 wins the rook, wins back the exchange as well. King f6, knight captures h8. Now he takes the d4 pawn, because if you take this knight on h8 with queen h8, then rook e5, and already this is very hard to defend. And queen c8, there is g4 and all this stuffs. This is just too much to defend. So So Steinitz took the pawn on d4 first, before taking back the knight, but still this is completely hopeless because white's pieces are so active and the king is so weak. There is nothing more to be done. Rook b3, queen to d7, trying to defend a bit. Rook f3, already threatening some g4 stuffs. Rook captures h8, g4, wins back the piece. Rook g8, and here Chigorin finishes off with style. Queen h6 check, rook g6, and rook captures a5. And here in this position, Steinitz resigned because there is nothing more to be done. You might be thinking, why not queen captures f5? Because the g pawn is pinned. But the answer is very simple: queen f8 check, and wherever the king moves, queen captures f5, and you lose the queen. And this is a completely winning position. You almost get checkmated, and this is just completely over. So after the move rook captures f5, William Steinitz resigned the game, and Chigorin wins a beautiful game in this world championship, and he gets a very tiny lead. So let's see what's going to happen. In the next video I'm going to show another wonderful game between these two strong gladiators. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Orko channel. Goodbye guys.